Now, most e-courses are legitimate courses, but there are still quite a few that are run by fake gurus that are scams that just there's so much wrong with them. And it's becoming increasingly popular right now with fake courses, fake gurus, rehashed content, out-of-date content, all of it. Differentiating them from the pack of good courses is getting harder and harder because the tactics of these internet gurus is getting better and better. So, this video, what is it about? Well, it's not going to be about naming and shaming all the fake gurus out there, no. This video is going to be about how much Josh and I spent on online courses, if they were scams, if they weren't scams, if we learned anything, and if we actually, well, not just made money, but we did what these courses claimed we would be able to do. And as well as all of that, I want to give you what I think is the best alternative to online courses right now. So this is going to be a tell-all, jam-packed video, so definitely keep watching, stay till the end, because I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. This is my brother Josh. Say hi.
Hi.
Now say how are you? Okay.
How are
this
you?
is my brother Josh, and he has spent a heck of a lot more money on courses than I have.
Have I?
You have. Which is why I wanted him to be in this video. Now combined, we have spent, how much was it? $19,049
Flippin' heck.
on online courses. It's quite a lot of money. I bet you didn't know that full number.
I didn't know that full number, but that's a good clickbait title.
Yeah, unfortunately it is true.
It is
I wish
true.
it wasn't true.
But
So-
how much we've made back is significantly greater, but we'll get to that.
We will get to that. You're jumping the gun over here, right. So firstly, what were the courses? We do actually have a list of them. Do you know off by heart?
Yes, I remember some of them off by heart.
So what were the courses?
I went to a public speaker training course.
Did that help?
Yes.
Okay.
That was awesome. I actually spoke on
We're not up to that question yet. Go on, more.
amazing selling machines.
Yep.
Yep.
That's Amazon FBA.
Yep. The rational investor trading courses,
Yeah.
all 3 levels.
Yeah.
And I met him in Toronto, Canada. It wasn't Toronto, it was Vancouver. And I gave you a list of more, so I don't quite remember. What are they?
Okay, the list. I don't know where my phone is. Okay, so the full list. So as well as that, you've got 67 Steps by Ty Lopez.
Ty Lopez, oh my gosh.
You have some sort of SMMA course.
Yeah, social media marketing agency, also by Mr. The Lopez.
Okay, you've got a Success Insider event.
Yeah, you came to that.
I did come to that.
That was
right.
with Grant Cardone.
Yeah. Again, this is not naming and shaming.
Sorry.
And then as well as that, I have also taken 2 Facebook ads courses, and together we paid for a coach, which I've mentioned in previous videos. So all of those courses together equal just under $20,000. Yeah. So what was the most expensive course? And don't include the coaching. What was the most expensive course, and was it worth it?
The most expensive course was ASM, I think.
Yeah.
Almost.
ASM is Amazing Selling Machine, and it's a course run by 2 people. It was run by 2 people at the time.
They've now outsourced it.
Yeah, where they teach you how to create an Amazon FBA business.
Yeah.
I think it used to be really good. It's kind of...
Now it's just they've made it so they've got new content every time they launch, but the new content is like, start a brand, here's how to design your logo.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not really improving it, they're just changing it to make it look like it's new.
Yeah, rebranding it with different kind of names and stuff. And
Yeah.
honestly...
And they've gone deep into the affiliate game. So
Yeah.
all of these fake gurus, they gather their list of contacts, their JVs. If you go to JV Zoo as an example of all these scammy courses, and they're able to mass mail everyone in the space. So you think it's a big deal, but actually they're just linked in with this JV network. So it makes it look like the course is new and great, but actually it's just another spammy course, basically.
Okay, so upon reflection
Yeah.
of ASM,
ASM, upon reflection, was actually worth it.
yeah, we made more than 10 times more than 100 times
But the question
the
is,
cost
could we
of
have
that course.
Could we have done it
Yes.
without the
So,
course?
this is the question. This is the question that everyone's going to be thinking is, did you need the course or could you have figured it out yourself? And truth be told, we probably could have figured it out ourselves, but it's hard to say that because
I think
didn't.
we
so-
could have, but it would have taken us given us an extra 6 months to a year maybe to figure it out. So it depends on what the value of your time is. Courses can help speed up the learning curve,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know what the but was.
I still think the benefit of having a course is being able to have that help from like like mentorship basically. We didn't really get that with ASM.
No, there wasn't really mentorship.
There was a big community of sellers doing the same thing, and I genuinely think, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn or whatever, but I really think that the only reason we did well with ASM is because we committed ourselves to succeeding with this business. Like we worked every single day trying to find products. We had failed products. We didn't give up with failed products. We just kept pushing. I don't know the numbers, but it wouldn't surprise me if like 80% or more of their students actually fail and don't do anything with the course. And the only success stories they share are the 20%, like ours or whatever.
I think a lot of people who start businesses, they buy these courses to make the process of starting a business easier, when actually businesses in general are so incredibly hard to start. Most of them fail. It's the sad truth. Like I hate to say it, but it's true. And if you're prepared for that, the eventual potential failure, then you'll work even harder. But no course can give you that work ethic or make you take action. So we had a lot of trial and error through our Amazon business.
Yeah. We had to, I mean, also it was a course catered to Americans, and because we're from the UK, we had to adapt a lot of things. So in all honesty, I don't think we needed that course. And especially nowadays in 2021, where there is so much free information, there's also so many Amazon courses out there.
Yeah.
I don't think you need an Amazon course now. I mean, there is so much you can get online. And I'm saying this as someone who had an Amazon course, we're going to talk about that a bit later. But I don't think you genuinely need an Amazon course at this point. Right, moving on to the next question is, what would you say your best course was? So for me, let me just answer, I would say the best course for me was probably one of the Facebook ads courses, because at the time I learned everything I needed to know about Facebook ads, and Facebook ads is so flipping confusing.
Right.
And I made a lot of YouTube videos based on what I learned, and I think that was quite a stepping stone for me with YouTube as well.
Right.
Like one of my most popular videos is based around that time when I took that Facebook ads course and I was doing print on demand. So I do genuinely think that was an amazing course. Again, would I take that course now in 2021? No, because I can name you 20 YouTubers who will be able to give you all that information, if not more, for free.
Yeah, if you're resourceful enough, you can find out all the information you need without ever having to use a course. And in fact, what I've recently found is that all of these websites that you would sell things on, Google, Amazon, all these stuff, they have tons of documentation, tons on how to do everything. Like Google Analytics. You can buy a Google Analytics course or just go to Google Analytics and take all their courses that are designed for people who use it. And it's all free by these companies. So there's a wealth of information out there, but people get sucked into these courses because they're marketed so heavily.
Yeah. So what's the best course you ever took then?
I want to say the best course I ever took was the Rational Investor ones, because it's not related to internet marketing, but it's still related to making money. The guy who made this course, he's a veteran trader, hedge fund manager. He worked in this industry for so long, and the course was extremely well put together, and it was all live all live coaching, where we'd get on a class once every week.
So it's less
for
of
12 weeks.
It's less of your traditional
pre-recorded
course. It wasn't like going to community college.
It wasn't a recorded course. It was a live thing, and he would stay in the class live for 2 to 3 hours every time, and then in the middle of the week he'd do another 2 to 3 hours answering questions.
It's like an online seminar, basically.
It was very in-depth, the most value I've ever gotten from a pro, and the community around it was also amazing. I'm still a part of the community.
I've seen videos of him. Right,
Yeah.
he seems a lot more genuine, and does he do the tactics? Does he do all those?
He doesn't. He's never done a single bit of marketing. He does zero marketing.
All right, fine. Moving on. So, what would you say would be some tactics that we should be aware of, and all the viewers should be aware of when it comes to knowing online courses, that kind of thing?
If you find it on a Facebook ad, if you find it on an Instagram ad, if you find it on any sort of ad,
even a YouTube ad, before this video, you would probably advertise some sort of course by some guru.
Yeah.
Who maybe at this point they've gotten quite jammy. Like now,
they're really good.
Instead of stepping out of a Lamborghini, they'll step out of a Toyota Corolla and say something like, check out my my Toyota, because I don't care about cars.
Also, they watch videos like this and they find out how to
to manipulate
even more.
It frustrates me so much. Like, I've seen so many ads now, like I said with the Lamborghini, of so many people with just normal cars, but then using that to be like, look, I'm not trying to sell to you. I have a normal car. So what was I saying?
Just like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has had his same car for the last 60 years, and people use that like, look, Warren Buffett has a normal car. I have a normal car. Haha. So,
and there's nothing wrong with having nice cars. Like, one day I want to have lots of nice cars.
but don't you love how it flips? Like, the Lamborghini became too used, so now
it flipped. Or the big
So
houses
silly.
became too used. So now it's like...
now it's like I travel, I work in coffee shops, the coffee shop millionaire.
Yeah, it's... Okay, so what things that people should look out for?
So I would say any sort of like ads that you see, question it. And the best thing to do when you see a course is to go look it up on Warrior Forum and on Reddit. Reddit is the most honest, brutal place. Like if you think of like CoffeeZilla and that type of skepticism around courses, his audience is on Reddit. They don't trust anything on the internet. They think everything's a scam. So go to Reddit to find the real truth as to whether a course is actually good.
Yeah, and what I would say is when watching an ad and being sucked into an ad, listen to what they're saying first. So listen to like the first 45 seconds and then see how what they say is totally flipped on its head when they go straight into sales mode.
Yeah.
Right? And you'll see when they're starting to sell hard and they say certain things like limited time only, limited signups, limited spaces available.
I don't know if you saw the Traffic and Funnels ad. They've gone and done a whole bunch of ads. I used to like their stuff, but now because of this ad, I didn't. The ad basically said, you don't need ads to get clients. And that was their ad. And every comment was like, are you dumb? This is an ad. Like, and they were just like being roasted. But they kept showing it. And they're like, this ad, this offer is going away in 3 days. And the ad was 2 weeks old.
It's stuff like that.
So look out for stuff like that.
Yeah, and just be really vigilant, basically.
Yeah.
Don't just believe anything based on one video and then follow it through and then a video that goes to a webinar, that goes to a series of emails, that then goes to a phone call maybe.
Yeah.
Don't always believe what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Do some digging. What would you say would be the worst decision we've ever made regarding to coaching courses, spending money with gurus?
It's obviously we've got the 10K idiot guy, but I think in general my biggest sort of mistake has been trusting gurus because they looked successful. Like seeing Grant Cardone on a jet. When I was younger, like only a few years ago, I would think, oh, he has a jet, therefore he's successful. When actual real business owners, multimillionaires, they would never show off their jet because it would look horrible to their employees. They don't brag. They don't need to sell you a course. But, you know, I was a bit sort of stupid and I got sucked into it. So I would say that's my biggest mistake, believing the business experts. Like I saw a video, 2 business experts discussing blah, blah, blah. It was Grant Cardone and Tai Lopez. I don't want to name and shame, but these people are not business experts. They're good at some of the stuff they do, but they're not business experts.
So I would say the worst decision for me...
Yeah, what was your worst decision?
Was listening to you.
Ah, damn it! See, I influenced him. I feel so guilty.
And agreeing with this coach that cost us 10 grand. That was 100% the worst decision because that impacted us massively. And I'm going to get onto this in a minute, but that impacted us like in ourselves because that like I felt robbed. Quite literally robbed.
It was a robbing.
Yeah, he literally robbed us. And as well as that completely changed my whole mentality of online courses. At that time, we had an Amazon course. We have since taken the Amazon course down just because of the mentality of online courses. It's just...
It's toxic. It's so toxic.
It's just what's the word? It's...
Toxic.
Yeah, but what's the other word?
It's scummy.
Yeah. And that leads us straight on to the next question, which was why did we cancel our course? And quite honestly, I mean, I have an answer, but why for you did we cancel our course, close it down? Obviously for new students. Existing students can still watch it.
Of course, and
we're still ask us anything.
And we're still helping existing students start their Amazon business. I felt like because of what we've said previously, that the wealth of information online is out there. We stopped having time to sort of take care of customers and all their questions and that sort of thing. So it was that.
I think it was a shift in mentality.
It's also a shift in, well, maybe that's for you.
Yeah, for me, I didn't want to be in that business anymore because I just kept seeing gurus rinsing vulnerable people completely dry of any money that they had. and really screwing them over. And even though I know we weren't doing that, and we did have a good course, and it was actually helping
We just
people,
built that reputation. We would.
I was scared that that was going to happen, and I didn't want that to happen, and I don't want to be part of a business where there are people like that in it, if that makes sense. I would rather just upload the course for free on YouTube and just give it to everyone, because at the end of the day, that's what's important.
Also, it gets harder and harder to advertise when your competition are that scummy. It's
Yeah.
like if you're surrounded by snake oil salesmen, you don't really want to sell the real oil because everybody's just going to think that you're one of those scams. So it's sort of, it doesn't seem like it wasn't the nicest business to keep going into.
And in terms of alternatives, and this is what I wanted to get onto, this is just closing up this video now. I personally, this video is not sponsored, by the way, by anyone, but a couple of months ago, I bought into Skillshare. It took me like 2 years to convince myself to pay for Skillshare. I don't know why it took so long, but I bought into Skillshare. I don't know if you've ever tried Skillshare.
I have, yeah.
And I've basically I've signed up to, I think it's like 5 or 6 courses now in all different topics and areas. They are shot so professionally, they are done so well because there are certain standards with Skillshare.
Yeah.
And it was something like $60 or $70 for the year, which
you get all the courses for one?
yes,
Oh,
which is
that's
less
awesome.
than a Netflix subscription, and it's less than, it's like
I didn't actually know that.
yeah, it's like a tenth of the cost of of like your SMMA course. MMA, I say it M so many times. You don't have to get it. I'm not saying get it. The link is in the description. It is an affiliate link just because, it's a kickback for me making these videos. But I do genuinely really like Skillshare, and it's the one platform that isn't run by fake gurus. So they have no say in what happens there. They can't really upload their courses there because they would never sell their course as part of the Skillshare membership. They want to sell their course for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 with 25,000 coaching, upsells. Here, there are no upsells. It's just awesome courses, shot really well, and they're short to the point. And like this sort of like Lauren is now learning how to use Premiere Pro. Every aspect of Premiere Pro. I've learned how to use YouTube from MKBHD, which I just thought was super cool. And there's just so much stuff on there, which is really, really, really cool.
Yeah, check up any courses on Reddit because you'll get the honest views there. And be vigilant in checking up, where the real information is coming from. Internet has tons of information. Like you said, Skillshare has a wealth of information for so cheap. So if you're going to be buying a course, at least have that in your tool belt as well.
All in all, we just have to be really, really careful. There's absolutely nothing wrong with investing in people that you trust, people that don't have an ulterior motive, people that are transparent. Because at the end of the day, teaching isn't bad. It's just how people sell their courses, which is bad. It's all the marketing, which is bad. But the actual act of teaching, you'll find a lot of these courses are genuinely quite good. And if you have the commitment and you have the drive, you'll actually learn quite a lot from these courses. Now, in terms of us or me, I don't know if I'll ever do a make money course again. I just don't think I want to be in that industry.
Same.
I probably will do down the line some sort of course, but it won't be about making money. It might be a design course, a YouTube course, I don't know, something that is just fun with some useful information in it. But of course, I will only ever try and sell it through YouTube, and I will never push for it, never do false promises or fake students, fake timelines, fake reviews, fake anything for that matter. So that's what I would say going forward. And if you do want to get into the whole course business, if you have a skill like you're good at guitar, you're a good photographer, there is nothing wrong with making a course and even uploading it to Skillshare. I'm going to put my future courses on Skillshare just because I really like the platform, but I don't think there's anything wrong with you making a course. Just really be very careful with how you market and how you tell people about your course. Don't ever have false promises or claims of making serious amounts of money or any of these things, because it just puts you in that category of fake guru and sleazy snake oil salesman kind of thing. So that's what I would say. Anyways, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you appreciate it, and let me know in the comments down below if you have any experience with online courses, if there was a good one, if there was a bad one, anything. Let me know in the comments.